Hello and welcome to another restoration. I'm very excited because this that I showed you the other day on the last video, that was missing its rear engine cluster. As you can see, it's obviously snapped off from here. There's no real other damage to it other than it's actually missing its rear engine cluster there. However, today in the post arrived this, and it is an original one. You can probably see the way it's been riveted somehow inside. It's got a decent bit of aged patina. I'm not going to clean it up at all, really. All this really needs, it's got a bit of crud in the cage. So what I'm going to do first of all is actually, as I did with the previous Eagle, is just tidy it up a bit. Just give it a bit of a warm soapy water wash. It will need at some point some new side thrusters, but for the moment all I'm going to do is pop this one on, and that's all I'm going to do to this one today. I don't really want to take it all apart until I actually get some more of these, which I'm going to order. I need what, 1, 2, 3. That was missing the bottom one, so I need 3, so I'll probably buy 4, replace all 4. The bottom lifting thrusters are fine. I mean, yeah, with a bit of wash up, this actually, the paint is not that chipped. It's got the occasional part of the paint missing. A little bit, that's crud, I think. Yeah, with a really good cleanup, this is going to look pretty mint. I forget how much I paid for it. It wasn't a lot. It's only about 50 quid. With that missing, and this was another £10 something. I think about £12 altogether I paid for that. So that should fit nicely onto there. Yep, and that's pretty solid now. That's not coming off with a shake. So all I'm going to do, I was thinking of actually flattening this off. It's a bit uneven, but it's I think because it's so raggedy, that's what's helping grip it. All I'm literally going to do is get some of my favourite adhesive, the old Gorilla Glue. It's, like I said before, it's very, very viscous, and this will hold that engine on. It's not going to get played with. It's not going to get launched about the garden like I used to back in the day. So I'm literally going to dab a good old dollop just on that bit there. Ooh, probably a bit too much there. And that, once it sets, no one's going to see it. It's going to dry clear, and it will hold that rear booster on, and no one's going to know any different apart from me and you guys who have watched this video. So let's just pop that on there. Let's push that down really firmly. That is on. That is flush. See that? Give that a chance to dry, and that's not going to go anywhere. Screwdriver. So what I'll probably do when that dries later on off camera, put that on before it dries out, is just run the parts under a warm soapy water in a plastic tub. I tend to use these old storage tubs, but your Indian or your Chinese comes in, just a mild form of soapy liquid in there, and with a old toothbrush just work it in. I'll probably take the whole thing apart, but like I said, I'm not going to do it until I get these new clusters, these thruster clusters, whatever you call them. I'm just going to highlight this little now you can see these are more or less identical. This one is what came with this transport pod, is what came with this one. This one I bought separately for about 20 quid, a bit more maybe. As you can see on the top of this one, it's got clear passenger top windows here. Now I've never seen them with these clear ones. I'm not denying I'm not a Dinky expert at all. I do more Matchbox, just restorations, but I do like to diversify and do other things. All the doors open, not in bad condition at all. Again, a bit cruddy, a bit dirty, but it's very, very old. I'm actually going to keep this as is. I think it's got great play patina. It's got the odd chip and scratch on it, bit of missing paint, a little bit of corrosion just on the leading edge of the top of that door there. And also, what I didn't realise was these came with chrome thrusters. Obviously, the chrome's worn off on these. Why they chrome the thrusters and not these little landing feet, I do not know. But that is in, and it's still got the stickers on both sides, faded. But to me, that's good. I mean, that will look good on an age-related model. When I find another one of these, actually, I've got one in the box actually, which it needs a few parts for. I need to buy a booster set. Again, if I can find an original one, I will. Sorry, a rear rocket cluster and some more side thrusters, but I'll probably try Steve Flowers if I can't find the original parts. So the differences between these two is obvious. This one's got red top window lights. Again, it is very, very cruddy. This one's really dirty. It'll get a warm wipe over, or even with a what do you call it, like a baby wipe type thing. So I don't really want to submerge it in water. I know it's all alloy, nothing's going to rust on it, but I don't want to get it soaking wet. So I might just try going over it with a wipe first of all. Again, underneath, yeah, this is a bit of crud. This is just corrosion that's come through the layer of paint. That's got a little bit of snap off it actually there by the looks of it, but I'm not too worried about that. I mean, these do actually pull out with a bit of care. I don't know if I can show you on the spare box in my little, what I call like me odds and sods box from a couple of where is it? Ah, here we go. Yeah, see, that one's broken off completely. This is one I pulled off another one. The foots, but they literally just clip in. If you can see that, if my camera decides to focus, they literally just, these compress in. There's a little gap, as you can see in the middle there. There you go. If I tilt it, there's a little gap, and these literally, if I just show you, these will actually squeeze in, and when you, and they'll just release. That's what grips. There's a little tiny flange just there. So as when they slot in, these will collapse as you push it in, and as soon as you release it, it springs out and it will grip. But I don't think I've got a complete one to swap it with, to be honest. I think these are all pretty shafted. I've got some spare thrusters which aren't in too bad a condition, with a bit of filing maybe, but yeah, these are broken completely. So there's sweet FA I can do with that lot. Some spare screws, but no, so no, there's nothing in there that I can really use for those, which is a bit of a shame. So I'll have to go on the hunt. There's some original chrome ones that are actually in similar condition, so it's not even worth swapping them out. They always get worn on the bottom for obvious reasons. So that's my little spares box, and unfortunately there's nothing I can use. But yeah, I mean, this one's in better condition, you can tell by miles. Yeah, Meccano Limited, made in England. So one of these is probably, oh hang on, right, okay, I've just seen, On the bottom of this one, it's got something limited. I'm going to have to look into my magnifying lens a minute. Okay, ATV licensing. I believe ATV was Anglia Television back in the day, back in the 70s. ATV licensing limited 1974. So yeah, Anglia Television. I'm sure ATV. I remember the adverts. Again, yeah, same. 1974, but the corrosion's just obscured the date a little bit on that one. So that's it for the minute. That's all I'm going to show you on this one. I mean, I know there are tons of videos showing you what to do with these things, but this is my version. They don't always point out the obvious details and the differences. So if anybody's a real dinky expert, perhaps you're one of my subscribers, the numbers are going up slowly. But if you like what you're seeing, or if you've got any more ideas of how I can improve all this, as you can see by the display for this video, I've got my phone run a different way. My old phone, which I used to take videos on, it wouldn't record portrait. If I tried playing it, the picture would be the wrong way around, if you know what I mean. I couldn't quite. It was an old tatty phone, and I just decided to try and film this way, and you get better coverage, and the picture's a lot clearer, I think. A lot nicer to watch. So that's that. That is solid. Yeah, that is absolutely. That's not coming off, and there's no evidence of glue whatsoever. So that Gorilla stuff is absolutely marvellous. I do recommend it. So just to double check, that should, yeah, I mean, they're all pretty. And I love the spring suspension on these. Just gives it that bit more realism as it comes into land when you're a kid. You just come in and boom, down it goes. That releases really cleanly. Again, coming into land, pick up the transport pod. Down he goes, and click, and hey, off he goes again. And that should, there we go, bit of a shake, he comes off. Brilliant, I'm chuffed. So that is the Eagle repaired. I will, no doubt, as soon as I order them, actually I'm going to order them straight after this video, get these off Steve Flowers. I'm going to have a quick trawl on eBay to see if I can find another original set of rockets. If not, I'll definitely get some more of these off Mr. Flowers, Steve Flowers, if he's open. And a few bits and bobs, maybe some more stickers from a guy I found. Can't remember what the name of the website is, but he prints these decals. You have to cut them out, mind you. They're on sticky paper. They're not water slide. For this particular Dinky, and he does them for the models, the big 22-inch and 9. This is about 9 inches. But you know, the really expensive ones you can buy for £150 plus. He does bigger sizes for those as well. But yeah, it's like a basic sticker set for these models. I don't go overboard. I try and only put the stickers that were on originally, and the custom white one I did, I obviously put stickers on the side of the cockpit there, and I painted up a couple of details on here just to make it look a bit more original. But on these, on the bog standard one, I really only want to replace the stickers that originally came with it, just to make it look. That's awful now. I'm looking at that and I can see it flopping to one side, so I'm definitely gonna have to get some more of these. These will just pop out. If you wanted to, you could just grind off, use a center punch and just drill out these rivets, which I did on my custom one. But no, I'm happy. That's it. So it's about a quarter of an hour of your time this time just to watch this. I shall put it on in a moment, and you'll be able to watch it to your heart's content, to your own leisure. And I say the next one will be featuring this one again. It might take a week or so, but I need to order these from Mr. Flowers. So until next time, thank you very much. Please like, subscribe, tell your friends about it. Any queries, any questions, let me know, and I'll see you soon. Until then, I will say bye-bye.